wrong, then you can easily solve any type of problems even without, by hearting any formula or anything. Because most of these questions are the direct application of this percentage, LCM ratio and all such things. So if these things are clear to you, then whatever type of questions it's coming, you will be able to solve it within a matter of time, and that too without applying any formula. Okay. So we will move there. Before that, we can finish this number related part. So here we will be discussing something related with the remainder problems. So sometimes this type of questions will be there. Find the remainder when 7 raised to 68 is divided by 8 or 6, something like that. So as we have seen yesterday, when these higher order numbers are coming, it is not possible to find out the value and then find the answer. So for finding out, not even for 7 raised to 68, even if it is 7 cube or 7 raised to 4, it will be time consuming. So practically this is not possible to do do such questions in an example if we are going to find out the actual value and then divide it with the given number. That is not practically possible. So how we are going to deal with this? Let us see. See, even in exam hall, sometimes you may not be able to, know what exactly you need to do, because sometimes you may not be remembering any formula or something. In any such scenario, if such higher numbers are coming, you can start from a lower number and try yourself, a bit kind of experimental method. You can try from some small numbers. If a rule is applicable to the small number, then automatically that rule will be applicable to the higher numbers as well. So 7 raised to 68 anyway you will not be able to do. So what we can do, simply we can take 7 square, right? 7 square is very easy for anyone. So 7 square we know the value is 49. So what happens when we divide 7 square by 8 or 6? 49 divided by 8. We know that 8 into 6, 48, and remainder is 1, right? So we will get the remainder as 1. That is what we need to find out. Remainder, we don't need the quotient. Here we need to find out the remainder only. So similarly, if 49 is divided by 6, then also remainder is 1, right? 6 into 8, 48, and the remainder is 1. So, if a small power, a rule is applicable, that should be applicable to the higher number also, but we need to do some more experiments, whether this is applicable in all scenario or not. So, instead of 7, we can take another number. Let me take 4. So, I am taking 4 square. 4 square divided by next number or previous number. So next number means 5, right? 4 square divided by 5, remainder is 1, right? 4 square is 16 and 16 divided by 5, we will get remainder 1. And 4 square divided by previous number to that 4 is 3, right? So 16 divided by 3, again our remainder is 1 only. So you can check this with any numbers, okay, any numbers. If the power is even, any number with the power even divided by next number or previous number, remainder will always be 1, okay. Any number divided by next number or previous number, any number with even power divided by next number or previous number, remainder will always be 1. So in that scenario, suppose if the question is coming something like this, just a second. If the question coming in this way, raised to 26 divided by 99998, or it is divided by, this is 99,999, so if it is divided by 1 lakh, questions may be coming like this. So we can easily say that any number raised to the power even number divided by next number or previous number, remainder will always be 1. So the remainder will be 1 only. So the size of the number doesn't matter. Whatever the number, whatever higher the number or lower the number, if its power is even, if it is divided by next number or previous number, then the remainder will always be 1. Okay. So we will do some problems here. 8 raised to 74 divided by 9. So power is even, 8 raised to even power divided by 8 plus 1 or 8 minus 1, remainder is 1 only. So here again remainder equals 1. Clear? Next question. 12 raised to 92 plus 1 divided by 13. So for the time being, just put this 1 aside, keep it aside, and 12 raised to 92 divided by 13. So 12 raised to even power divided by next number, previous number, we know the remainder is 1. Now this plus 1 is there, so just add that plus 1, so the final remainder will be 2 only. Okay, if any doubt, we can check with some smaller numbers. For example, if you are dividing, see, 7 by 6, you will get remainder as 1, right? 7 by 6 remainder is 1. So what if I am writing something like this, 7 plus 1 divided by 6? 7 plus 1 means 8, right? 8 by 6, remainder will be 2. Remainder will be 2. So instead of that, what we are doing, just put this plus 1 aside, then find the remainder of the first part, then add this part which we have already kept aside. Okay. So similarly here also we know that 12 raised to 92 divided by 13, remainder will be 1. Then just add this plus 1 with that, so the final remainder will be 2. So next question. 7 raised to 52 plus 7 divided by 8. Here again, this part we know remainder is 1. Then what happens? We have to add this plus 7. So 1 plus 7 we will get 8, right? So is it possible when we are dividing a number with 8, the remainder can also be 8? No, right? Because we know that when we are dividing with some number, the remainder will be always less than that number. So if we are dividing a number with 8, the remainder should always be less than 8. So if we are getting remainder 8, that means one more time we can take 8 from that, and ultimately the remainder will be 0 there. So this number, this particular number will be a multiple of 8, so there will be no remainder. We can clear the doubt with a small value. Instead of 7 raised to 52, let's take 7 square. 7 square plus 7 divided by 8. 7 square plus 7 divided by 8. 7 square is 49. 49 plus 7 means 56. 56 divided by 8. 8 into 7, 56, and the remainder will be 0, right? So here the remainder will be 0. So just follow this procedure. Take first part, find the remainder, then add the second part. That's it. Let's move to the next question. It is 9 raised to 58 plus 9 divided by 8. Again, this part we know remainder is 1. And plus 9 means remainder becomes 10. When we are dividing a number with 8, the remainder never can be 10, because the remainder should be less than 8. So what we will do? Since this remainder is greater than 8, we can take one more time 8. So from 10, if we are taking 8 one more time, what is left? 2, right? From 10 we can take one more 8 and the remainder will be 2. So the final remainder will be 2 only. Next question. 6 raised to 48 minus 1 divided by 7. Again 6 raised to 48 divided by 7, remainder is 1, and 1 minus 1 means 0. So the remainder will be 0. Let's do this with a small example. 6 square minus 1 divided by 7. 6 square minus 1 divided by 7. We know that 6 square is 36. So 36 minus 1 is 35. 35 divided by 7, the remainder is 0, right? That's it. Next one, 12 raised to 98 minus 10 divided by 13. So this part, remainder is 1. 1 minus 10 minus 9, right? So we know that remainder can never be negative. Remainder should always be positive. So when we are getting a negative remainder, what we need to do? Nothing but just add this number which divided. So we will just add minus 9 plus 13 so that it become positive and the remainder will be 4, right? Remainder will be 4. Again, if you have any doubt, we can do it with a small example. Instead of 12 raised to 98, let it be 12 square. So 12 square minus 10 divided by 13. 12 square is 144. So 144 minus 10 means it's 134. 134 divided by 13. We know that 13 into 10 equals 130 and the remainder will be 4. That is what we obtained here. So when the negative remainder is coming, what we need to do? We need to make it positive by adding the number which we used for dividing. Okay, so whenever a negative number is coming as remainder, we will make it positive by adding the number which we used for division. One more example. 15 raised to 40 divided by 16, remainder is 1. Now 1 minus 50 means 49, minus 49. So here comes again another issue. If we are adding 16 with minus 49, again we will get a negative number. We will get minus 33. So what we do? We will continue this process until we get a positive number. Again we need to add 16. Then again we will get a negative number. Again we will add. So we will continue this process until we get a positive number. Or else what we can do? See here, when we are getting minus 49, we just take the multiple of 16 which is just above this 49. So we know that 16 into 3 is 48. That is again below 49 only. So we will take the next multiple, that is 16 into 4, 64. So 64 is the number which is greater than 49. So what we will do? We will add 64 directly so that we will get the remainder directly. This will be 15, right? So the required remainder here will be 15. So if we are getting a negative remainder, we will make it positive by adding the number used for division. If again we are getting negative number, we will continue that process till we are reaching a positive number. And instead of doing that step by step, we can do it in one single step. We will take the multiple of the number used for division, which is greater than the remainder obtained. The sign need not be considered. We are just considering 49, not minus 49. So what we will do? We will take the multiple of 16, which is greater than 49. That is 64. 16 into 4, 64, which is greater than 49. So we will add directly 64 to minus 49 and we will get the remainder as 15. That's it. So now we are moving to the next type. Here, till now the power was even. If you remember, all the powers which we discussed were even. Now we are coming to odd power. 7 raised to 75 divided by 8. So 7 raised to 75 divided by 8. First we will do 7 raised to 1 divided by 8. So 7 raised to 1 divided by 8, the remainder is 7 itself, right? We cannot take even a single time from 7 because we are dividing with a higher number. So all what is left is remainder only. Everything is remainder there. So this 7 is example we can check with a smaller number. Let's do 3 cube divided by 4, right? 3 cube divided by 4. So 3 cube is 27 and next number is 4. So 27 divided by 4, our remainder will be 3, right? 4 into 6, 24 and remainder is 3. So from here what we can observe, see, if the odd power comes, we are dividing with the next number, the remainder will be same as that of the base value, right? Here 7 raised to 1 divided by 8, power is odd, divided with the next number, the remainder is the base value, that is 7. And again 3 cube divided by 4, we got the remainder as 3 itself, 3 is the base value here. So we can simply, if n raised to odd power divided by n plus 1, remainder will be n itself. N raised to odd power divided by n plus 1, remainder will be n itself. So then there comes a question, what if n raised to odd divided by previous number, that is n minus 1. Let's see what happens. 7 raised to 75 divided by 6. So we will do 7 raised to 1 divided by 6. Remainder is 1, right? Remainder is 1 only. Again another example we can take, let it be 4. 4 cube divided by previous number is 3, right? 4 cube divided by 3. So we know that 4 cube is 64. 64 divided by 3 means, 64 divided by 3 means remainder is 1, right? Remainder is 1 because 21 into 3 is 63 and remainder is 1. So we can conclude, if n to the power odd divided by n minus 1, then remainder is 1. Remainder is 1. So you should remember these two rules. N raised to odd divided by n plus 1, remainder is n. N raised to odd divided by n plus 1, remainder is n. And n raised to odd power divided by n minus 1, remainder is 1. So with this you can do any problems. So next question, this is raised to the power odd divided by n plus 1, right? So when we are dividing with the next number, we know that the remainder is this base value. So remainder is 25 only. Remainder is 25. And now this plus 60 is there. So we have to add that 60 as well. Now we are getting 25 plus 60, which is greater than 26, right? So this will become 85. What we need to do? Again we need to divide from 26. We can take 3 more 26 from 85. So 26 into 3 is 78. Remainder is 7, right? Remainder is 7. Otherwise we can do one more thing. Instead of adding these things, here itself 60 divided by 26, you can take the remainder directly. If you are dividing 60 with 26, what will be the remainder? 26 into 2, 52, and the remainder is 8, right? Remainder will be 8. And from here you will get, first part you will get remainder 25, and 25 plus 8, total remainder will be 33. Total remainder will be 33, but since 33 is greater than 26, you can take one more 26 from 33 and what is left is 7. So the final remainder will be 7 in both cases. Any method you can apply, so it is up to your convenience. Another question, when 7 raised to 73 minus 60 is divided by 18, what will be the remainder? So this is odd power and this is next number. So the remainder will be the base value, that is 17, and 17 minus 60 means minus 33, right? So remains 43, right? Minus 43. And we know that the remainder can never be negative. If the remainder is negative, what we will do? We will add the number which is there for division. So we need to add 18 to this minus 43. So again we will get negative number only. So for avoiding that and do it in single step, what we need to do? We need to find out the multiple of 18 which is greater than 43. So that is 18 into 3, 54, right? So what we will add? Directly we will add 54 to this minus 43. So our remainder will be 11, right? Remainder will be 11. That's it. So this part is over. The number related questions we have finished, and now we are moving to today's session. So in today's session we are dealing with some application problems, percentage related application problem. So percentage, you all may well aware about percentage, right? Percentage means out of 100 what, right? So if x percentage means x by 100, 10 percentage means 10 by 100. So I am not going to the basics. We will directly solve the problems, and in between whatever basics needs to be discussed, I will discuss there. So here, the first question is asking if A salary is 25% more than B, then B salary is what percentage less than A? So the first choice will be 25% itself, and most of the candidates will go with that, but that is wrong. In terms of numerical terms, if we are saying if 25 is more, then we can say the other person is 25 less. For example, if I am saying A salary is 25 rupees more than B salary, then we can say that B salary is 25 rupees less than A salary. But when it comes to percentage, that won't work, because percentage is always related to 100. So here, if A salary is 25% more than B, that means if B salary, suppose it is 100, if B salary is 100, then A salary will be 25% more. That means 100 plus 25% of 100, that is 25, right? So 100 plus 25 equals 125. So A salary will be 125. So here B salary is 100 and A salary is 125. Now the question is, B salary is how much percentage less than A salary? So then we can, in terms of numerical terms, we can say B salary is 25 less than A salary. But 25 less comparing to what? 25 less comparing to 125, right? We need to find comparing to 100 what is the value. So here it is 25 more, that is comparing to 100. But when we are coming back 25 less, the comparison is with 125 only. So we can say that for 125, 25 is less. Then for 100 it will be, just multiply with 100. If for 125 it is 25, then for finding out for 100 what it is, we just need to multiply with 100. So we will get 25 divided by 125, it is 5, and 500 can be cancelled, and final answer will be 20, right? So we can say that B salary is 20% less than A salary. B salary is 20% less than A salary. So the difference is, first comparison was with 100. So for 100, if 25 is more, that means 25%. When we are coming back, the 25 is less comparing to 125. So for 125 it is 25. So for 100 it will be 25 by 125 into 100. The same way you are calculating your percentage in graduation and all. Like for example, if out of 1000 you are getting 800 mark, right? Out of 1000 you are getting 800 mark. how you will be calculating the percentage? Percentage means you will make it into 100, right? Base will be 100. So either here directly you can cut it down. So 800 out of 1000 means 80 out of 100, and you will say that I got 80% mark, right? So similarly, if out of 500 you are getting 300, out of 500 if you are getting 300, for converting to percentage you will just multiply with 100, right? So what will be getting here? Just these two zeros will get cancelled, and 5 and 100 it will 20 into 3 means 60. So we will say that I got 60% mark, right? Same thing I applied here also. For 125, 25 is reducing. So for 100, what will be the impact? Just multiply with 100. So you will be converting this to percentage. That's it. Clear? So instead of doing all this, I will just show you one simple technique, and this is a universal technique. Many types of percentage problems you can solve with this technique. We can say this is the circular technique. So what you are doing in such question, we will fix the person in comparison as 100. So here B is the one whose salary is comparing, right? So we will fix B's salary as 100, and then 25 is adding, 25% adding means this will become 125, right? 125. Now we are reaching to the starting point, because again we are coming back to the initial point, because we need to find out what is the difference between these two people. So here again, here it is plus 25, but here it is minus 25, right? Because from 125 we are reducing 25 so that we can reach to 100. So we know that for 125 this 25 is coming. So what we will do just 25 divided by 125 into 100, because here the base value is 125 only. So we will take 25 by 125 into 100. You can put the minus sign also, so that you will get to know that it is reducing. So final answer will be minus 20 percentage. That means B salary is 20% less than A salary. So we will apply this technique in many other types also. So we can see one by one. Here the question is something like, if the price of rice is increased by 25%, then how much percent the consumption must be reduced to balance the expenditure? So first I will explain the detailed method, and then we will come back to the shortcut which we just learned. So the detailed method is something like, for example, the expenditure means price into consumption, right? Price into consumption, we will get the expenditure. For example, we can take the price per kilogram is 100. Price per kilogram is 100. And we can assume that the consumption is also 100 kg. So price per kilogram is 100 rupees and the consumption is 100 kg. Then the expenditure will be 100 into 100, that means it will be 10,000, right? The expenditure will be 10,000. Now again, it is mentioned that the price is increased by 125. That means instead of 100, now the price is 125 per kg. We need to find out what should be the consumption so that the expenditure is balanced. Balancing means we need to limit the expenditure to the existing value only. That means even though the price is increased, our expenditure should be 10,000 only. So something happens to this consumption, we can put the value x there. So 125 into x means again it should be 10,000, right? So from here we can find the value of x. X equals 10,000 divided by 125. Directly we can cancel 125 into 8,000 and 80, right? So we get here 80. That means initially we were using 100 kg and now we are using 80 kg only. So 100 kg becomes 80 kg. That means 20 kg the consumption we reduced, right? 20 kilogram we reduced the consumption. So 100, for 100 if 20 is getting reduced, that means 20% of the consumption we reduce, right? So what we can say, for balancing the expenditure, we need to reduce the consumption by 20%. For balancing the consumption, we need to reduce the, for balancing the expenditure, we need to reduce the consumption by 20%. So this is the detailed method, but instead of that, the same technique which we discussed initially, we can apply that here. Price of rice increased by 25%, that means if initial price is 100, now it becomes 125, right? Initial price was 25, so now it becomes 125, so plus 25 is here. So now for balancing means we need to reach to the initial value itself. That means from 125 we need to reach 100, so 25 needs to be reduced, and this 25 is reducing from 125. So the percentage effect is 25 divided by 125 into 100. Directly we will get 20, and the sign here is negative. So 20% reduction, right? 20% reduced. So that's it. In this way we can easily solve the questions. So we can do it one by one. Let's move to the next question. If the price of vegetables decreased by 20%, then how much percent consumption must be increased to balance the expenditure? So this is the reverse scenario. Price is decreasing, but still we need to use the same amount. We need to balance the expenditure. Then same way we will consider the initial price as 100. 20% is reducing means now the current price is 80. So 20 is reduced here. So for balancing we need to reach to the initial position. That means we need to add 20. We are adding 20 to 80. So when we are making it into percentage, it will become 20 by 80 into 100, right? 20 by 80 into 100. So 100 by 4 it will become 25. So we can say that we need to increase the consumption by 25%. So that the expenditure remains the same. Here we need to increase the consumption because the price is reduced. So if the same amount we need to spend, we have to increase the consumption here. That's it. Another question. Here it is saying that the price of rice increased from rupees 4 per kg to rupees 5 per kg. Then what effect on consumption if the expenditure is not changed? Again we can use this circular technique. We can say that initially it was 4, now it becomes 5. That means 1 increased, right? Expenditure is not changed means expenditure remains the same. So we have to make it back to 4 initial position. So what we need to do? We need to reduce 1 from the existing value. But we are reducing this 1 from 5. So we are reducing 1 from 5, so the percentage effect will be multiplied by 100, that means 20%, right? 20%. So what we can say, we need to reduce the consumption by 20%. We need to reduce the consumption by 20% so that the expenditure will remain the same. So next question, you will do it yourself. Lot many problems I have solved. So next question for you. You can do it. Just 5 seconds is required. Do it yourself. I hope you will get the answer. This much time will be more than sufficient. Okay, so the answer will be, see here the price is decreasing, right? It is decreasing from 5 to 4. Decreasing from 5 to 4 means 1 is reduced. So reaching back to the initial position, we need to add 1. and this adding 1 related with 4, right? So here the base value is 4 and we are adding 1 to 4. So the percentage effect will be 1 by 4 into 100, that is 25%, right? Percentage effect is 25% and the sign is positive. So the consumption must be increased by 25%. Consumption must be increased by 25% so that expenditure will remain the same. Okay. Another question, another type. Here it is, the price of rice is decreased by 20%. If a consumer initially purchased 40 kg of rice on a certain amount, how much on the same price he will be able to purchase now? That is what we need to find out. So it is given that price is decreased by 20%. A consumer initially purchased 40 kg for a certain amount. The amount is not given, but we know that he was able to purchase 40 kg for the amount, right? He was able to purchase 40 kg. So here again in percentage problem, we will always move with the 100. 100 is our closest ally here. 100 is our best friend here. So we will move ahead with the 100 only. So we will assume that initially this person was purchasing 40 kg rice. 40 kg rice for 100 rupees. So initially this person was able to purchase 40 kg rice by paying 100 rupees. Now what happened? There is a decrease of 20%, right? So instead of 100, now he need to give only 80 rupees because 20% price is decreased. That means for buying 40 kg, the current price is 80 rupees only. So 40 kg if you can buy for 80 rupees, what is the is 2 per kilogram? Am I right? Initially for buying 40 kg you need to pay 100 rupees. And now 20% discount is there. So you just need to pay 80 rupees for buying this 40 kilogram. So basic mathematics, only you need to pay rupees 2 per kg so that you can buy 40 kg of rice by giving 80 rupees, right? So current price already we got and we need to find out this initial amount, how much kilogram you can purchase now. Initial amount means as per our assumption it is 100. Current price is rupees 2 per kg. So with 100 rupees now you will. Okay, we need to find out how much on the same price he will be able to purchase now. So the current price is rupees 2 per kg and the amount which you are having is 100. So if the price is 2 per kg, for 100 rupees you can buy 50 kg, right? 100 by 2, that means 50 kg rice you can purchase. Then someone may have some doubts. What if the price we assume this not 100, instead of 100 if any other value if you are taking, whatever value you can take, the answer will be same. I choose 100 just to make it, the calculation easier, because when we are converting to percentage, if 100 is there, it is directly getting converted into percentage. If it is 200 or 300, you have to convert it into 100, then only you will get the percentage value. So directly doing the question without, doing additional steps, we are taking 100, that's it. This question we can do with another value also. Instead of 100, suppose if you are taking 200, what will be the answer? Let's see. So we will assume that for 40 kg, initially it was 200 rupees. Now 20% discount means 20% of 200. That means 40 rupees reduced, right? 40 rupees reduced. That means now you need to pay only 160 rupees for 40 kg. So 40 kg 160 rupee means 1 kg 4 rupees, right? So current price is rupees 4 per kg. So if current price is rupees 4 per kg, you have 200 rupees with you, you can purchase 50 kg, again the same answer. With you now 200 rupees there, current price is rupees 4 per kg, so you can purchase 200 by 4, 50 kg rice you can purchase. Clear? So we will move to the next question. Same type of question, but only thing is that here instead of decreasing, the price is increasing. So we need to find out the price of rice is increased by 20%. So if a consumer initially purchased 60 kg rice, how much on the same price he will be able to purchase now? Again, we will move the same way. We will assume that initially for 60 kg, the price was 100 rupees. The price was 100 rupees. Now the price got increased by 20%. That means now you need to pay 120 rupees for purchasing 60 kg. Now your price is 120 rupees for 60 kg. That means the current price is rupees 2 per kg, right? For 60 kg it is 120. That means current price is rupees 2 per kg. And you have only 100 rupees with you. So when you have 100 rupees with you, in this current price you can purchase 100 by 2, 50 kg only. So you can purchase 50 kg. That's it. Okay. So without wasting time, we will move to the next question. Next question. Same type with some difference. Okay. Here the quantity is not known, but the price is given. The question is something like the price of rice is decreased by 20%, which enabled a person to buy 4 kg more rice for rupees 1200. Find the original and the decreased or current price of rice per kg. So here it is given that the price is decreased by 20%. As a result of that, this person can now buy 4 kg more rice for rupees 1200. So earlier, if this person was able to buy X kilogram by paying 1200. Now with the same price he can buy X plus 4 kg. Why? Because the price get decreased by 20%. As a result, he can save some amount. Using that amount, he can buy this additional purchase. Okay. So here again, I am not going with this 1200. We will take 100 because as I told you, in percentage 100 is our best friend. So we will move ahead with 100 only. And one more thing you need to remember, so far we didn't learn any formula or anything. Only we applied based on 100 and reached to the final answer, right? There is no formula, nothing. We take 100 and based on 100 we will reach to the final answer. So here again we will take 100 as the value, initial value. That means initially for 100 kg, for 100 rupees, he was able to purchase a certain quantity, right? Let it be X. Initially he was able to purchase. Now what happens? 20% discount. That means for buying this X kg, you need to pay only 80 rupees. Suppose you are going to a shop with 100 rupees and the shopkeeper saying you that I need only 80 rupees. That means you will have 20 rupees as your saving, right? So this 20 rupees is your savings now. You went to the shop, thought that 100 rupees will be the price, but for your understanding, the shopkeeper told you that just you need to pay only 80 rupees. Then unexpectedly you saved 20 rupees there. This 20 rupee you are using for additional purchase, right? How much additional purchase? 4 kg additional price. Additional purchase, right? Because whatever additional purchase you have done, that additional purchase you have done with the amount you have saved. You went to the shop with 100 rupees, and since the price get reduced, you were able to save 20 rupees, and with that 20 rupees you made the additional purchase, and that additional purchase is 4 kg, which is already given in the question. Now we know that for buying 4 kg you need to pay 20 rupees. For buying 4 kg you need to pay 20 rupees. That means current price is rupees 5 per kg, right? Current price is rupees 5 per kg. Current price is rupees 5 per kg. But one more thing, this 100 is not the actual amount. Actual amount is 1200. 100 was the amount which we assumed, right? Initially this happened for 1200. So now we can make a comparison. If it is 100, current price is 5. But actual price is 1200. Actual price is 1200, right? Actual price is 1200, which is 12 times more, 12 times to that of the assumed value. Because our assumed value is 100 and the original price is 12 times to that. Then the same rule you have to apply here also. You need to take 12 times of 5. So 12 times 5 equals 60, right? So the actual price, current price is not 5, it will be 60. I will just clear off this and I will once again write this. Just a second. Just a second. Okay. So we will assume that 100 is the initial price. For 100 rupees you can buy X kilogram. You went to the shop and came to know that only 80 rupees you need to pay because 20% discount is there. So you have saved 20 rupees there. With this 20 rupees you made the additional purchase of 4 kilogram. You made the additional purchase of 4 kilogram. So you know that for buying 4 kilogram 20 rupees is the price, current price. So for 4 kilogram if it is 20, for 1 kilogram it will be 5 rupees, right? Otherwise you can say that current price is rupees 5 per kilogram, rupees 5 per kilogram. Now we will come to the actual scenario. Actually he went to the shop with 1200 rupees, not with 100 rupees. That means actual value is 12 times more, 12 times to that of the current value. So the value which we obtained here should get multiplied by 12. Then we will get rupees 60. Rupees 60. So this is the current price or the decreased price. Rupees 60 per kg. Current price or the decreased price. One more question is there. It is again saying find the original price. Original price also we need to find out. We know that for original price, when we are giving 20% discount, we will come to the current price, right? So original price, whatever it may be, suppose if it is X, we can say that X into 20% discount means 80 by 100, right? 20% discount means if the actual value was 100, current price is 80 only. So for 20% discount, you just need to multiply the value with the 80 by 100. And then you will get the current price, and that current price is 60, which you already know. So X into 80 by 100, you will get the current price, and the current price is 60, which you already know. Now we can make the cancellations here. So with the 20, you can get these things divided. Here it will be 3 and here it will be 4. And 4 by 100, it will be 25. And when this 25 goes to this side, it will be 3 into 25, that is 75, right? So the value of X, you will get 75. So the original price was 75, and with a discount of 20%, it becomes 60, which is the current price. Okay. So this is the method which we are applying here. If you understood the method correctly, and if your calculations are better, then you can solve such problems without taking much time. Also, there will be choices also. From choices also you can eliminate in competitive exams. The best advantage is that you will have the choices there. So from choices also you can eliminate. Okay. So we will move to the next question. Next question is also similar question. The price of a pen is decreased by 25%, which enabled a person to buy 2 more pens for ₹1. Then how many pens he can purchase for ₹1 now under the new price? This is the question. So how do we do it? It is given that price of pen is decreased by 25%, and as a result of that, a person can buy 2 additional pens for ₹1. Then we need to find how many pens he can purchase now with the ₹1. So ₹1 means 100 paisa, right? So let's do it in this way. Initial price was 100 paisa. You have 100 paisa with you, and you went to the shop, came to know that 25% price drop is there. So you just need to pay 75 paisa there. Okay, so if you went for purchasing X number of pens with 100 paisa, now for getting X pens you need only 75 paisa. So with the amount you saved, you are able to buy additional 2 more pens, right? The amount saved is 25 paisa. So with 25 paisa now you are able to buy 2 pens. So the matter is solved. The current price now you can easily calculate. If using 25 paisa, if you can buy 2 pens for ₹1, how many pens you can buy? 25 paisa into 4 is ₹1, right? So when the price becomes 4 times, the quantity also becomes 4 times. So with ₹1 now you can buy 8 pens. That's it. Again, with 100 paisa you went to the shop, came to know that you need to pay only 75 paisa for X number of pens. With the remaining amount or the saved amount, that is 25 paisa, you can buy 2 more additional pen. So this is the current price, 2 pen 25 paisa. We need to find out for ₹1 how many pen you can buy. If for 2 pen the price is 25 paisa, ₹1 you can buy 8 pens, right? 8 pens you can purchase. Okay, we'll move to the next question. Another question. Total population of a town is 60,000. If the male population is increased by 40% and the female population by 30%, then the actual population is increases by 35%. Find the male and female population of the town. Okay. The total population of a town is 60,000. If the male population increases by 40% and the female population is increases by 30%, then the total population will also increase by 35%. We need to find out the current male and female population of the town. So first we will do it in traditional way. We can solve some linear equation and then we can reach to the answer. How do we do in that way? You may be better aware than me using linear equation and all, because these are all equation things. I am very weak in such things. That's the reason why I am not using such things. Okay. So here in this, if we are applying linear equation and all, we need to consider x number of men and y number of women, something like that. Okay. So we will assume that x men and y women there. That means x plus y is the total population. That is given as 60,000, right? X plus y as 60,000. Now, it is given that male population increased by 40% and the female population increased by 30%. So, increase by 40% means x becomes x into 140 by 100, right? And increase by 30% female population, that means y becomes y into 130 by 100. And overall population increased by 35%. So this will be something like that, 140x by 100 plus 130y by 100 equals overall population increased by 35% means 60,000 into 135 by 100, right? So these hundreds are common, so it will get cancelled, and this 10 you can take common from here, so 10 will get cancelled from here. So finally you will get something like 14x plus 13y equals 60,000 into 130. So I'll tell you one easy technique for multiplying such huge numbers. Okay, this is not a new technique. In your 4th or 5th standard or even 3rd standard, I think we will be studying something like place value and face value, right? Place value and face value. So instead of 135, we will take it as something like 100 plus 30 plus 5. So instead of multiplying 135 with the 6,000, we will multiply with the 6 only. Then we will put that 3 zeros there. But instead of that, what we will do, we will make it 100 plus 30 plus 5 into 6. Now you can do it by heart. Without even taking pen and paper, you can do it, right? 100 into 6, it is 600. Then 180 is 600 plus 180 is 780. And 780 plus 5 into 6 is 30, that will become 810, right? 810 and these 3 zeros becomes 8,10,000. So whenever such huge numbers are there, you can split it like face value, then you can easily multiply. If suppose you need to multiply 127 with the 7th, what you need to do? You should make it 100 plus 20 plus 7, and now you can multiply with the 7th. 100 into 7, 700, 20 into 7, 140. So 700 plus 140 is 840, plus 7 into 7, 49. So 840 plus 49 means 889, right? So this way you can easily do the calculation in your mind itself without even going to the calculator or pen and paper. So just practice it, and more you practice, more your speed will increase. Okay. Anyway, let's come back to our question. So here we got 14x plus 13y equals 8,10,000. 8,10,000. So we got two equations. I'm just writing it down after, deleting this all. Just a second. Our two equations are x plus y equals 60,000. That's equation number 1. Then x plus 13y equals 8,10,000. Put as equation number 2. Right. Now, for getting it cancelled, we need to multiply the first equation with 14 or 13, whatever you like, you can do it. I am just multiplying with 14, or just multiplying with 13 so that I can get the value of x. So, just multiplying this equation with 13, it will become 13x plus 13y equals 13 into 60,000 means 7,80,000, right? 7,80,000. So now if we are subtracting 2 from 1, it will become 14x minus 13x, then x equals, this 2 will get cancelled, 8,10,000 minus 7,80,000 means 30,000, right? So we got the value of x as 30,000 and x plus y we know it is 60,000. So if x is 30,000, then y will also be 30,000. So we got the values x as 30,000 and y also as 30,000. So the current male population is 30,000 and current female population is 30,000. But as you know, this is taking some time, right? In competitive examination, time is the crucial thing. So by taking this much time, if you are solving, there is no purpose. It is better to leave that question and move ahead if you are taking this much time. So there are some shortcut techniques when such questions are coming. So I will explain that. We will use a technique, and this technique is known as alligation. Alligation we are applying for finding out the ratio of two different categories. Okay. So when the ratio of two different categories are given, for finding out the ratio of two different categories, we are using this alligation. So this is a very simple technique. The first part and second part, or category 1 and category 1, we will write in this way. So here it is male and female, right? Male and female are the two categories. So our intention is to find out the ratio between male and female. What we are doing, here it is given that male population increased by 40%, so just below male we will write that. And also the female population increased by 30%, just below female you can write that. And the overall population increased by 35%. In the middle of these two values we will write it down. Clear? Now we will take diagonal difference. We will subtract from the bigger number. Okay, we will subtract the smaller number from the bigger number diagonally. So 40 minus 35 means 5, right? And here 35 minus 30, we will subtract some larger number, we will subtract the smaller number. So 35 minus 30, again it is 5. This is the male-female ratio. In one step we got the answer 5. The male and female value will always be same. So if 60,000 is the total, equally dividing, 1:1 means 1 male equal 1 female. So here when we are equally dividing, our answer will be 30,000 each. 30,000 each. That is what we obtained there also with the linear equation. So there is no need of any linear equation or anything. With the simple technique, you can find the ratio of male and female. Then you can find the current population, the current male and female population. Okay. I'll explain once again. Two categories are here, male and female. Just write down the value given just below that. It is given that 40% male population increase, so 40 is just below male, and 30% female population increase, so just below female we will write 30. Suppose if it is, instead of increasing, if it is decreasing, then we will put minus 30 instead of plus 30, we will write minus 30 there. That's it. Now the common value or the combined value or the average, we will write it down in the middle. So total population means male plus female, right? That is increased by 35%. So that is the value which we are writing in the middle of these two things. Now just take diagonal difference, then you will get the male-female ratio. So this is the value corresponding to male and this is the value corresponding to female. So male-female ratio is 5:5. Just cancel that, you will get it 1:1. That means male and female are equal in number. So total 60,000. If we are equally dividing, 30,000 male and 30,000 female will be there. Okay. So we are moving to the next question. Another type. It is given that a student who got 30% mark in an exam is failed by 20 mark, while another student who got 40% marks got 30 mark more than the minimum required pass mark. Find the minimum required pass mark. Also, we need to find out the total mark for which the exam has been. So we need to find out the total mark for which the exam has been conducted, right? Need to find out the total mark for which the exam has been conducted. Okay, let's do it. Again, you can use the linear equation, but I am not going with the linear equation. With the percentage itself, we can solve this. It is given that a person who got 30% mark is failed in that exam with a shortage of 20 mark, right? So we can say minus 20. If this student was getting 20 more mark, he would be able to pass that exam, pass in that exam. So another scenario is given. The other student who got 40% marks got 30 mark more than the minimum required mark. So the one who got 40% mark received 30 mark more than the minimum required pass mark. Clear? So we can say that the difference between these two students' mark is 50, right? Minus 20 and 30, the difference will be 50. Or you can say that, suppose if pass mark is, for example, 50. The student who failed the exam, he got only 30 mark. And the student who passed the exam got 80 mark as per the given data. Because it is saying that this person got 20 mark less than the pass mark. So if pass mark is 50, the person who failed, his mark is 30 only. And the other person got 30 mark more than the pass mark, so his score is 80. Now these two people's mark difference is 50, right? 30 plus 50 is 80. Likewise, here also one side if it is minus and the other side it is plus, then the difference will be the sum of these two things. So minus 20 and 30 are the two adjust, so the difference is 50. Now if percentage difference we are taking, we will get 10%, right? So the percentage difference between these two students are 10%. Now the numerical value corresponding to that is 50. Now we know that 10% implies 50. 10% is representing 50. We need to find out the total mark for which the exam has been conducted. Total mark means 100%, right? Total mark means 100%. So if 10% is 50, then 100% will be 500, because 10 into 10 100, then 50 also should get multiplied by 10. So 50 into 10 500. So we can easily conclude that this exam was, the total mark for this exam was 500. Okay. Another question, another type. Watermelon weighed 20 kg contains 90% water. After 4 days, a certain amount of water gets evaporated, and now the percentage of water is 60%. Find the amount of water evaporated. Another interesting question. See, when it comes to watermelon or sugar solution or salt solution, the questions of that nature, you should understand the evaporation will happen to the liquid part only. The solid part will always remains the same, because the solid part never can get evaporated, right? If the solid part is getting evaporated, we won't be there, we will never exist, right? Because when we are passing through every day, if we are getting evaporated, then one fine day we will not be there. So evaporation will happen only to the liquid part, not the solid part. That is the first thing, the basic thing that you need to understand. So here, watermelon weighed 20 kg contains 90% water, means the liquid content or the water content is 90% of this 20. That is 18 liter, right? So out of 20 kg weight, water is 18 liter. This is water, and solid part is 2 kg only, and together it will become 20 kg. Now we are sure that this 2 kg will be permanent, because solid part will never get evaporated. So after all the water gets evaporated, this 2 kg will be there, it will never get evaporated. Okay, so this 2 kg is the fixed deposit there, because this is the solid part, this will never get evaporated. From this point we will reach to the answer. Next step, it is given that after 4 days the water gets evaporated certain amount, and now the percentage of water is 60%. So percentage of water is 60% means remaining 40% is solid, right? Some amount of water gets evaporated, and in the current mass 60% is water. If 60% is water, remaining 40% is solid, and that solid is always 2 kg. So we can say that in the current mass 40% equals to 2 kg. In the current mass 40% equals 2 kg, because 2 kg is the fixed value. Solid value never remains, never changes. Solid value always remains the same unless someone eats it, right? Otherwise that solid value will remains the same. So from here 60% water is the current status. For the total mass 60% is water, means remaining 40% is solid. That's why we can say that 40% equals 2 kg. So if 40% equal 2 kg, 100% equal 2 by 40 into 100, right? 2 by 40 into 100. This will become 5, right? 5. So after these many liters of water get evaporated, now the mass of this watermelon becomes 5 kg. Initially it was 20 kg. Now 100% weight is 5 kilogram only, means rest of the water gets evaporated. So our question is find the amount of water evaporated From 20 kg it becomes 5 kg, that means 15 kg the weight reduced. 15 kg weight reduced only because of the water gets evaporated, right? So the amount of water gets evaporated is 15 liter. Amount of water gets evaporated is 15 liter. Initial weight was 20 kg, current weight is 5 kg only. So this 15 kg difference happened only because of that many liters of water gets evaporated. Okay. Next question. In a town, 42% of the people like tea, 47% like coffee and 15% like both tea and coffee. If 7,800 people neither like tea or coffee, then find the total population. So this type of questions we can solve by drawing a Venn diagram. Venn diagram will be the easiest way. There is no need of any calculation or anything. Just draw two diagrams like this. One diagram representing the people who like tea and the other diagram represents the people who likes coffee. We should always remember the common value should be there in the common space. Okay, so here it is given that 42% like tea, 47% like coffee and 15% like both tea and coffee. So that 15% will come here, 15. Okay, now the total people liking tea is 42%, right? Out of that 15 is already here. So we need to avoid duplication. So 15% liking tea is already represented in the common space. So for reaching 42%, remaining people are 27, right? These 27% people like only tea, they do not like coffee. But there are 15% people who like both tea and coffee. So altogether the people liking tea is 27 plus 15, 42%. Similarly, the total percentage of people who like coffee is 47%. Out of that 15% is already here. So the rest is 32, right? 32. This 32% like only coffee. They do not like tea. So now we have all the data required. We have the data of total people who are liking tea, coffee and the people who like both tea and coffee. Clear? So here, if you are adding all these together, what will be the value? 27 plus 15, 42, 42 plus 32, it will become 74, right? So altogether it will become 74% of the population. So there are remaining 26%. Remaining 26%. These are the people who doesn't like tea or coffee. They neither like tea nor coffee. Because whoever liking tea or coffee or any of these things already came here. So the people who doesn't like tea or coffee, they are represented by this 26%. And their number is given as 7,800. Their number is given as 7,800. So 26% is 7,800. Just avoid percentage here. 26 into 3, right? 78. So we can say that it is, if 26% is 7,800, 1% representing 7,800 divided by 26, that is 300, right? 1% is represented by 300. Just 26% is 7,800. So here it should become 1%. This 26 should go to the denominator, and when 26 going to the denominator, 26 and 78 get cancelled and we will get 300. So 1% is 300. We need to find out the total population. Total is always 100%, right? So if 1% is 300, 100% will be 100 times. That means 300 into 100, it will become 30,000. So the total population here will be 30,000. Total population is 30,000. Okay. So this Venn diagram is very useful. Even if it is more than two, categories are coming, then also you can apply the Venn diagram. So next question, there are three variables. You can do it yourself. You can try it yourself. In a town, 60% of the population like tea, 50% like coffee, and 40% like milk. 30% like tea and coffee both, 25% like coffee and milk both, 20% like milk and tea both, and 15% like all three drinks. Find the percentage of people who like only tea, only milk and only coffee. Also find the percentage of people who doesn't like any of these drinks. So you can do it yourself. We can provide 1 minute for doing it yourself. Try to do it. You can apply the Venn diagram itself, Venn diagram method. So here three categories are there. So it will be something like this. Right? Tea, coffee and milk, right? We should always remember the common places first we need to fill up. So here it is given that 15% like all three drinks. So that 15 should come here. In the common space of all three together, 15. Now, we need to fill up two combinations, right? Milk plus coffee, milk plus tea, and tea plus coffee. So, it is given that 30% like tea and coffee both. So, tea, coffee both, it is 30%. But out of that 30%, 15 is already here, so another 15 will come here, tea, coffee. Now 25% is like coffee and milk both, coffee and milk. Out of that 25, 15 is already here, so 10 more will come here. Now again, it is given that 20% is like milk and tea. So milk and tea, this part 20% out of that 15 is already here, so 5 will come here, 5. Okay. Now we will go to the individual cases. 60% is like tea. So out of that 60, 15 plus 15, 30 plus 5. This part 15 plus 15 plus 5 is already there. So already 35% is there, remaining 25% will come here. So altogether the 60% population will like tea. And now 50% is like coffee. So already 15 plus 15 plus 10, 40% is there, remaining 10 will come here. And again 40% like milk. In the milk category, there is 15 plus 5, 20 plus 10, 30 is already there, remaining 10 will come here. Okay. Now all the people who like any of these things will already be part of this diagram, and the people who doesn't like any of these drinks, they are outside. Anyone who likes at least one of these drink is already included in this diagram. So let us see, we need to find out the percentage of people who like only tea, only milk and only coffee. So only tea is this 25%, only milk is this 10%, and only coffee is this 10%. Okay, so first part answer is there, and now we need to find out, also find the percentage of people who doesn't like any of these drinks. So we need to add all these things together: 25 plus 15, 40 plus 10, 50, 60, then 75, 80 plus 10, 90, right? So 90% of the people is already in this diagram. So the remaining 10% are the people who doesn't like any of these drinks. So the answer is 10% there. 10% people doesn't like any of these drinks. Clear? So next question. Two numbers are respectively 26% and 5% more than a third number. What percentage of the second is the first? So here the third number we can fix like 100. So we will take third number as 100. Then two numbers are respectively 26% and 5% more than the third number. That means first number will be 26% more than the third number. That is 26% more than 100. It will become 126. Second number is 5% more than the third number. So it will become 105, right? 105. Clear? Based on the third number, the other two numbers relationship is made. So we will fix the third number as 100, then the first number will be 126 and the second number will be 105. So we need to find out what percentage of the second is the first. What percentage of the second is the first. So second number is this one, first number is this one. We need to find out what percentage of the second is first. That means 126 is what percentage of 105. So here 126 is what percentage of 105? Just multiply with 100, we will get answer. 21, we can cancel it with 21. So 21 into 505 and 21 into 626. Here again we can cancel it. So 20 into 6, it will become 120, right? So we can say the first number is 120% of the second number. The first number is 120% of the second number. Next question. Two numbers are respectively 40% and 46% less than a third number. So the third number again it is 100. So the first number will be 40% less, that means 60. Second number is 46% less, that means 54. Now we need to find out what percentage the second number is less than the first number. Just from your mind you can remove this idea of percentage in terms of numerical concept. How much less? The second number is how much less than the first number? If you are asking ourselves, we will get the answer 6, right? Second number is 6 less than the first number. That's it. For converting it into percentage, we need to relate it, right? For 60, 6 less. Then for 100, how much it will be less? For 60, 6 is less. Then for 100, we need to multiply it with 100 for converting into percentage. So 60 by 6 it is 10. 10 and 100 will get cancelled, so we will get 10%, right? So we can say that the second number is 10% less than the first number. Second number is 10% less than the first number. Okay. Another type. In an election of two candidates, the candidate who got 58% of the votes has won by 4,320 votes. Find the total number of votes polled. So here again we will take the total votes as 100. Since two candidates are there, these two candidates' votes together will become the total vote, right? So total vote is 100. The candidate who won the election got 58% means his vote share is 58 votes. Then the person who lost, he got the remaining votes. That means 100 minus 58, 42 votes received by the person who lost the election. The majority means their difference, right? So here we will get the difference as 16, but actual difference is 4320. So we can compare our 16 units representing 4320, right? When we took 100 as the total voters, we get the majority as 16, but actual majority is 4320. So we can say that our 16 units representing 4320. Then our 1 unit will be equal to, we need to cancel these things, 16 into 2, 32, remainder is 11, 112, 16 into 7, 112, 270, right? So our 1 unit is equal to 270. Our 1 unit is equal to 270. We need to find out the total number of votes polled. So if our 1 unit is 270, our 100 units representing the total votes. So 1 unit 270 means 100 unit equals 100 into 270. It will become 27,000, right? 27,000. So the total number of votes polled here is 27,000. Another question. In an election of two candidates, where 10% of the voters polled were invalid. The candidate who got 70% of the valid votes won by 7,200 votes. Then find the total number of votes polled. So again, we can take 100 as the total votes. Out of that, 10% got invalid means valid votes is 90 only. Out of this 90, 70% is the share of the candidate who won the election. So 70% of 90 is 63, right? So the candidate who lost the election, his share is 90 minus 63, that is 27. So their majority is the difference of 63 and 27, that means 36, right? 36. So from the assumed value, the majority of the candidate who won is 36, but in actual scenario, the majority is 7,200. 7,200. So we can say that our 36 unit representing 7,200 or our 1 unit is representing 200, right? 36 into 2 is 72. So these two zeros are there. So we can say that our 1 unit equals 200. Our 1 unit equals 200. So our 100 unit equals 100 into 200, that is equal to 20,000. So the total number of votes polled is 20,000. Okay. Next question. It is given that a number wrongly multiplied by 5 by 4, instead of getting it multiplied by a number wrongly multiplied by 4 by 5, instead of getting it multiplied by 5 by 4. Find the error percentage. So in such question, you can take any number for finding out the percentage error. Here, it would be better if you can take a number which can get divided by 5 and 4 together, so that there won't be any fractions coming. So you can take the LCM of the denominator. LCM of 5 and 4, it is 20, right? So let us assume 20 is the number. So what did this person initially wrongly done the calculation? What he did is, instead of multiplying with 5 by 4, he multiplied it with the 4 by 5, right? So if 20 is the number, what he did is 20 into 4 by 5. And his answer was 16, and this is the wrong answer, right? This is the wrong answer. And the correct answer should be 20 into 5 by 4. 20 into 5 by 4. So it should be 25. So instead of getting 25, this person get 16. So the error is 11 less, right? Sorry, 9 less. So for 25, actual value should be 25, but he obtained only 16. That means 9 less than the actual value. 9 less than the actual value. So this error in terms of 25 is 9. So error percentage means we need to convert it into 100. So the error for 25 is 9. That means error percentage is 25. 9 by 25 into 100. That is 36%, right? 36% is the error percentage. 36%. That's it. So some profit and loss type problem. Again, the application of percentage is only there. So here it is given that if the cost price of 5 articles is equal to the selling price of 4 articles, find the profit or loss percentage. Find the profit or loss percentage. So we can do it in many ways. See, it is given that first of all we need to find out the profit and loss percentage. So profit percentage means profit by cost price into 100, and loss percentage means loss by cost price into 100. Okay, so here cost price of 5 articles is equal to the selling price of 4 articles, which is given. So we can say that 5 CP equal 4 SP, right? 5 CP equal 4 SP. Then we can find the ratio of CP and SP. CP by SP equal, this 5 will come to the right side, then it will become 4 by 5, right? CP by SP equals 4 by 5. So what does it mean? If the CP value is 4, then the SP value will be 5, right? So your cost price is 4 and your selling price is 5. That means you are making a profit of 1, right? 1 unit. Your cost price is 4 and your selling price is 5, means your profit is 1. And we know that the profit percentage is profit by cost price into 100. So here it will be 1 divided by cost price is 4. So 1 by 4 into 100. 1 by 4 into 100 means 25%. 1 by 4 into 100 means 25%. Okay. So another question. I am cut shorting some of the questions because we need to discuss some Vedic mathematics also at the end. So these questions for the moment I am skipping because our time limit is almost reaching. But some of these questions we will do. Okay, we'll come to another type of question where the cost price of 5 articles are same. If the first one sold at a profit of 20%, second at a loss of 10%, third at a profit of 30%, and fourth at a profit of 25%, and last at a loss of 5%, then find his profit or loss percentage on the whole transaction. So here it is given that cost price of 5 articles are same. Okay, we will consider a small example. If cost price of 2 articles are same, CP1 and CP2, that means if CP1 is 100, then CP2 also 100, because both the cost price are same. Now, suppose if first article we are selling at a profit of 10%, that means SP1 equal 110, right? And second article we are selling at a profit of 20%, that means SP2 will be 120. SP2 will be 120. If we need to find out the overall profit percentage or loss percentage, how we will calculate? The total cost price is 100 plus 100, 200, and the total selling price is 110 plus 120, 230, 230. So cost price is 200 and selling price is 230. That means 30 rupees is your profit, right? 30 rupees is your profit, 200 is your cost price. So profit percentage is 30 by 200 into 100, which is equal to 15, right? Which is equal to 15. If it is loss, we will just subtract it. We will provide the minus sign, that's only. So here both are profit, so final outcome is also profit. 15% is the total profit. So this is the traditional method that we are doing, but here one easy way is there. Now we know that the overall profit percentage is 15%. So for reaching this answer, we will do another method. We know that initial cost price 100, both cost prices, one is 10% profit and another was 20% profit, right? So we will simply add these two things, 10 plus 20 divided by total number of transactions. Then we will get 30 divided by 2, which is equal to 15. This was the answer which we obtained. Okay. So just add all the profit and divide it with the total transactions. You will get the overall profit or loss percentage. If instead of profit it is loss, instead of addition you need to do subtraction. That's it. So this theory we can apply here as well. Then here 5 articles, that means 5 transactions are there. So finally what we need to do? We need to divide it by 5. So it is given that first one sold at a profit of 20%, so 20. Second at a loss of 10% means minus 10. Then third at a profit of 30% means plus 30. Fourth at a profit of 25% means plus 25. Then last at a loss of 5% means minus 5. Right? Minus 5. Now, doing all the calculation, it will become 20 plus 30, 50, 75 minus 15, 60. 60 divided by 5, we will get 12. So this will be the overall profit. 12% is the overall profit. So this rule is applicable when the cost prices are same. Okay, when the cost prices are same, we can apply this rule. We can add all the profit, we can subtract all the loss, then divide with the total transaction, you will get the overall profit or loss percentage. If the sign is negative, it is loss. If the sign is positive, it is profit. Next one. This is the application of the above discussed problem. It is given that 20 article at the rate of rupees 48 per article. If he sells 8 articles at a profit of 10% and remaining at a profit of 20%, then find his profit percentage on the whole transaction. So 20 articles at the rate of rupees 48 per article means the cost price is same for all the article, right? He bought 20 article at the rate of rupees 48 per article. That means his cost price is same. So it is given indirectly. It is not saying that cost prices are same, but given the value and saying that each article costs 48 means all the cost prices are same. So we can apply the previous rule here also. We need to add all the profit, we need to subtract all the losses divided by total transaction. So here altogether 20 article means 20 transactions are there, and 8 articles he is selling at a profit percentage of 10%. So 10% plus 10% plus 10% plus adding 8 times you will get 80. Right? Remaining at a profit of 20%. That means remaining 12 items you are selling at a profit of 20%. So 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 12 times means 12 into 20, you will get 340, right? Sorry, 12 into 20, you will get 240. 240. So the final outcome will be 320 divided by 20 equals 16. So 16% will be the total profit or profit percentage on the whole transaction. 16%. Okay. Next one. Another question. A shopkeeper has got a certain number of articles for rupees 5,000. If he sells 3/5 part of the article at a profit of 10%, then at what rate he should sell the remaining article to get 20% profit on the whole transaction? This question also, lots of data are given, so that we will go behind those data, but those are not necessary at all. Okay, this question we can solve with the 4th standard or 5th standard class mathematics logic, where we started the basics of fraction. when we started the basics of fraction, I'm sure our teachers will be teaching something like this. For example, if 5 by 3 is there, some boxes will be drawing something like this. 5 boxes are there, and then we will shade 3 boxes, right? And we will say this represents 3 by 5. The same technique, we are just modifying the same technique we are applying here for finding the correct answer. So I am just drawing 5 partitions here, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. It is given that if he sells 3/5 part of the article at a profit of 10%, that means out of 5, 3 parts are selling at a profit of 10%. So we can write 10, 10, 10 here. At what rate he should sell the remaining article to get 20% on the whole transaction? So overall he need 20%, means all the parts he need 20. Right? He need 20. So we just need to balance both the parts. That's it. See, in the bottom part, if you are adding all things, you will get 100, right? But on top, you are so far 30 only. You need 70 more to balance. So 70 more means you can equally distribute in these two parts 70. That means 35 here and 35 here, right? So you can say that remaining part should be sold at a profit of 35%, so that overall profit will be 20%. Simple. Okay. Just we are applying the basics of fraction. Take all the partitions, then write down the profit which is given there, and in the bottom part you write down the actual profit which is required. Then you just need to balance bottom part and the top part. For balancing whatever things is required, you just distribute that equally, so that you will get the final answer. Okay. So there is no need of this 5,000. This, if we are moving in the traditional way, we will move ahead with this 5,000 and all, and unnecessarily we will do all the calculation, and at the end you will come to this solution only 35%. You can do it yourself and you can check it. One more question in the same way. A shopkeeper has got a certain number of articles for 8,000. If he sells 1/4 of the part at a loss of 20%, then at what rate he should sell the remaining article to get 10% profit on the whole transaction? So 1/4 means we need to have 4 partitions here, and 1/4 he sold at a loss of 20%. Loss means minus sign you have to provide that, and your requirement is 10% on the whole transaction. So each part 10% is your requirement. Now bottom part total is 40 and you are in minus 20. So minus 20 to 40 you need 60 more, right? 60 more, and that 60 can be given in these 3 parts equally. That means 20 in each part. 20 in each part. So we can say that the remaining part should be sold at a profit of 20%, so that your overall profit will be 10%. Okay. So that part is over. We can do some Vedic mathematics techniques also, and then we can move to the doubt clearance session, and then the final conclusion. Okay. So Vedic mathematics is nothing but some simple techniques or calculation. It is not, I am not sure whether it is directly given in any Vedas or anything. In terms of Vedas, if we are saying, Atharva Veda is a Veda which is dealing with science and technology, and in our Vedic text, these Surva Sutras and all such things are being mentioned. We have lots of, renowned mathematicians like Aryabhata, Varahamihira, Brahmagupta. All these peoples are known mathematicians during the ancient period. But the Vedic mathematics which we are discussing is having no direct relationship with Vedas or anything. This technique is developed by a scientist come saint. A saint come scientist, we can say. Bharati Krishna Tirtha, he is a saint as well as a scientist. He was, living in the 20th century only. And in this 20th century, at that time, he developed these techniques and he is claiming that he got the motivation from the Vedas only. That's how this technique is known as Vedic mathematics. Otherwise, there is, if you go through the Vedas, you will not be able to find out any mention of these techniques directly there. But this Bharati Krishna Tirtha, he is claiming that he got the motivation from the Vedas only. That's why he has given the name as Vedic mathematics. Okay, these are simple calculation techniques only, and if you practice this, then automatically your calculation skill will get improved. But practicing is the crucial thing. So in our normal method, this calculation 11 into 11, how we will be doing? We will do 1 into 1, 1. Just a second. 1, again 1, 1, 1. Then we will add 1, 1 plus 1, 1, 2. Okay. Instead of this, the Vedic mathematics, we are going to do it in a single line. So 11 into 11 will be done in such a way that first you will multiply the unit place 1 into 1, 1. Then you will multiply cross multiplication and addition. So here 1 into 1, 1. Again this 1 into 1, 1. So 1 plus 1, 2. Right. Then this part you will multiply 1 into 1, 1. So in a single line you will get the answer 121. Once again I will tell you, if A, B, C and D are given, first step will be BD. Middle value will be AD plus BC. AD plus BC. And the first part is AC. So this way we will do it for 2-digit numbers. Okay. So in 23 into 16 we will do first 3 into 6, 18, 8. One carryover should be there. Then cross multiplication. 6 into 2, 12 and 1 into 3, 3. So 12 plus 3, 15 and this carryover means 16. And again one remainder is there. Now we will do 2 into 1. 2 plus this carryover value, that means 3. 368 is our answer. Okay. The advantage is that we will get the answer in one single line. So in competitive examination, when you are getting the first digit, you can compare with the choices. So if there is no other answers ending with 8, you can stop it there. There is no need to find out rest of the answer. With the unit digit itself, you can eliminate some questions. Okay. So again 57 into 43. 7 into 3, unit place will be 21 and 1 we will take and 2 we need to carry over. Now cross multiplying 15 plus 28, 43 plus 2, 45. So 4 we need to carry over, right? Now 5 into 4, 20 and 20 plus 4, 24, right? So this will be the answer. And when it comes to 3-digit numbers also, the same method we will be applying. Now it comes A, B, C divided by ABC into D, E, F. ABC into D, E, F. Then it will be something like CF first, then BF plus EC. BF plus EC. Then we will do all these three together. That means, just a second, I will write it again so that it will be clear. A, B, C into D, E, F. First CF, then BC into BF into EC. Second part. Then AF, DC, BE. AF plus just one mistake is here. Here it is not into, it will be plus. Cross multiply and add. AF plus DC plus BE. BE, the center part. Okay. Now again we will move further. AE plus DB. AE plus DB. And the last step is AD. Last step is AD. This is the method that we are following. So you have to do some mental calculation, then only you can do it in a faster way. But anyway, you will be able to do it in a faster way comparing with the traditional method we are using. Okay, and also you will be getting the answer in one single line. So I will do it in one example. I will do it here. If requires, you can write it down so that after that I will erase it. ABC, DEF. First step is CF. Second step is BF plus EC. Then in the middle part it will be all the combinations together. AF plus DC plus BE. Then again coming to the left it will become AE plus DB. AE plus DB. Then AD. AD. Okay. Now, if we are doing in first step will be 7 into 3, 21. We will carry over 2. Then cross multiplication. So 1 into 3 and 7 into 5, 35. 35 plus 3 is 38. 38 plus 2 is 40. So 0 and 4 is getting carry over. Now 3 into 5, 4 into 7, 1 into 5. So 3 into 5 is 15. 15 plus 28. 43, 43 plus 5, 48, 48 plus 4 is 52, right? Once again, 3 into 5, 15, 7 into 4, 28, 28 plus 15, 43, 43 plus 5, 48, and the carryover 4 that becomes 52. Now 5 is remaining there. Now again 5 into 5 and 4 into 1. So 25 plus 4, 29, and this carry over value 5. So 29 plus 5 it will become 34, and we will write 4. And now 5 into 4, 20, and the carry over value 3, right? So 20 plus 3, it will be 23. See, this answer we are getting in one single line. That's the advantage and that's the beauty of this type of technique. And if you practice, you will be able to do it in a better way, and also your addition should be better. Mind calculation, you need to practice more and more so that you will be able to do it in a more faster way. So we can move to the other types. Here another type, 15 into 15. Here we are not using the previously discussed method, because in Vedic mathematics, when the unit place digit is 10 and the remaining digits are same, we have a much better technique. Here 15 into 15, the unit place, if you are taking 5 plus 5, it is 10, and the remaining digit is 1, it is common for both, right? So then we will do another technique. 5 into 5, directly we are multiplying and writing it here, 25. And the first part we will be getting in such a way that this digit and its next number. So 1 and next number of 1 is 2, right? So 1 into 2, it will become 2. So we will get 225. Again, one more time. Here what we will do, 5 into 5, 25 we will write, and and 2 and next number to that of 2 is 3, right? So 2 into 3 it will become 6. So the answer will be 625. Another one 55 into 55. First part is 5 into 5. So it will become 25. Next part is 5 into 6, 30. So 3025 will be the answer. 115 into 115. The answer will be unit place is same. So it will be it is 5 into 5 25, and now rest of the places are 11, right? 11 into next number 12. So 11 into 12 become 132. So the answer will be 13,225. Here again 5 into 5 25 and 20 into 21. 20 into 21 means 420, right? 420. So final answer will be 42,025. Here again 5 into 5 25, 15 and next number 16. So 15 into 15 is 225, and so 15 into 16 is 240. So 24,025 will be the answer here. Okay. And this is applicable in all such cases where unit place sum is 0. I mean 10, and rest of the digits are same. Here again 2 plus 8 is 10. So you can apply this technique. 2 plus 8 is 10 and remaining part is same. So our answer will be 8 into 2 16, 8 into 2 16, and 1 and next number is 2, 1 into 2 2. So 216 will be the answer. Here the answer is 6 into 4 24 and 3 into 4 12. So 1224 will be the answer here. Here the answer will be 7 into 3 21 and 5 into next number is 6. So 3021. So all this calculation, all this multiplication you can do it in your mind, and there is no need to take any calculator or anything. Even 3-digit number when we are taking 2 into 8 it is 16 and 11 into 12 132. So the answer will be 13216, right? 13,216. Here again 6 into 4 24, 13 into 14. 13 into 13 is 169. One more 13 means 182, right? So 18,224. Again 7 into 3 21 and 15 into 16 240, right? So 24021. Okay. So only thing that you need to remember is that unit place is always should be this part when we are multiplying, you should get a 2-digit number. If it is 1-digit number, then you need to add a 0 before that. For example, if you are multiplying 91 with 99, first you will do 9 into 1, don't write 9 because we need 2 digits there, so add and add a 0 and make it 09. Okay, now 9 into next number of 9 is 10, right? So you can write it 9 into 10. 9 into 10 is 90, right? So the answer will be 9009. If it is 11 into 19, then also you should write 09, not 9. Okay, then 1 into 2, you can write 2. 209 will be the answer. 51 into 59, answer will be 09 and 5 into 6, 30. So 3009 will be the answer. Clear? Okay, now we can move to the last part. Only few more questions are there, 2-3 questions only. So another important aspect is the series of 9. We can do it even within a fraction of a second also. You can do such problems. When a series of 9 is getting multiplied by another number having the same digit, it is very easy. And even if the digits are different, then also we can do it. See, 99 into 23, what we will do? this number 23, we will take the first part as 22, which is 1 less than the number which we are multiplying. Okay. So 99 into 23, instead of 23 we will take 22, which is 1 less than the number which we are multiplying. And second part we can obtain by subtracting from 9. So 9 minus 2 is 7 and 9 minus 2 is 7. This first part we will subtract from 9, then we will get the second part. So the answer to this question will be 22,777 or 2277. Clear? Again, in this case, when we are multiplying, it will be multiplied with 56, 99 into 56. So we just write 55, 1 less than 56. And second part is 9 minus first part. So 9 minus 5 is 4. Again 9 minus 5 is 4. So our answer will be 5544. Another question. 75. We are multiplying with 76. So 1 less than 76 means 75. Now 9 minus 7 is 2 and 9 minus 6 is 3. Right? Sorry. 9 minus 5. It is 4, right? See, 9 minus 7 is this 2 and 9 minus 5 will be 4. So the final answer will be 7524. Now we can move to 3-digit number. 283 into 999 means first part will be 282, 1 less than 283. Second part will be 9 minus 2 7, 9 minus 8 1 and again 9 minus 2 7. So we are just subtracting 9 from the first part. Then we will get the second part and the final answer. Again 575. Then 9 minus 5 is 4, 9 minus 7 is 2 and 9 minus 5 again we will get 4. This will be the answer. 746 you can do it yourself, it will be 745. Then 9 minus 7 2, 9 minus 4 5 and 9 minus 5 4. That's it. And if the digits are not equal, then simply you put one 0 here and do the same technique so that you will get the answer. Okay. So 082 you can write, then 9 minus 0 is 9, 9 minus 8 is 1 and 9 minus 2 is 7. Then you can avoid this 0. 076, that means 075 will be the first part, then 9 minus 0 is 9. After that there is no need of this 0. And 9 minus 7 is 2 and 9 minus 5 is 4. This will be the answer. Here again 045, then 9 minus 0 is 9, 9 minus 4 is 5, 9 minus 5 is 4. This will be the answer. Okay. So this is the basic principle. So you can do it yourself also, rest of the things. This bigger number also, if you need to solve it, if by the time you are fetching on the calculator, the answer will be here, right? So let us do this. 2 1 4 5 6 8 2. Now 9 minus 2 7, 9 minus 1 8, 9 minus 4 5, 9 minus 5 4, 9 minus 6 3, 9 minus 8 1 and 9 minus 2 7. This will be the answer. If you are trying to do it in calculator memory won't be sufficient, right? So you can do it in that way. Here you can add 1 0 and here you can add 2 zeros and do the same technique. So that's all. I'm just winding up. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me. So the session is over. That's all.
Good afternoon all. Link for form with questions is uploaded in the chat box and the WhatsApp group. Now, submit the answers before closure of the form. The form will automatically close after 20 minutes. Now, vote of thanks session. As all good things come to an end in life, so is our workshop. With God's blessings and grace, we are able to make this event a success. On behalf of the Department of Mathematics, Bishop Abraham Memorial College, Thuruthicad, I take this opportunity to propose vote of thanks to those who have directly and indirectly contributed to this workshop. First of all, I thank the resource person, Srikanth sir. Our participants are really enriched by this workshop. We mention our deep sense of appreciation on behalf of Department of Mathematics and all the participants. I extend our sincere gratitude to Srikanth sir. I would like to thank College Manager, Engineer Abraham J. George sir for his encouragement and support. I also wish to express my gratitude to the college principal, Dr. Biju T. George sir, for his support. A workshop like this cannot happen without the leadership of our HOD, Dr. Anita Thomas. I am very grateful to Anita teacher for her coordination and support. We thank all the participants for the active participation and responses. I hope all the sessions have been useful for us, for all. I also extend thanks to the organizing committee, staff members and students of the college for their cooperation. I would like to acknowledge our gratitude to N. Mathy sir, college coordinator, portal for online education, and the IT technician Vinu Vijayan for the technical support. Once again, on behalf of Department of Mathematics, thank everyone who have joined us through Microsoft Teams and YouTube for the 2 days. Thank you all. Participants, please listen. First you submit the form of questions within the allotted time. Now, a feedback form will be uploaded in the chat box and the WhatsApp group. For getting e-certificate, please submit the feedback form before 6 p.m. today. Thank you.